Hey y'all, welcome back to Floating Hands on the Internet. So today I want to look into Jack Antonoff. For those of you who don't know, Jack Antonoff is one of Taylor Swift's best friends and producers who helps her put, like, I don't know exactly the role of Jack Antonoff and what he kind of does, but basically he helps her produce the album. And so longtime best friend. I think he did Lover, Midnight's, Torture Poets Department, and I think Folklore as well. But I think Aaron Dessner was. I'm not quite sure on all his bodies of work, but basically, he's helped her on a good chunk of her albums. And for The Life of a Showgirl, she brought back at least one of the guys helped her on Reputation. So basically Jack Antonoff she had nothing to do with this album in terms of producing it. And so I kind of just want to look into it. I don't know if she said anything on the podcast about Jack specifically, but I just want to look into their energy and the why. And we're going to see what we come up with. So this is always for alleged and entertainment purposes only. If you guys want a free reading from me, I'm still doing them until I hit 500 subscribers. So just email me your picture, your prompt, and your birthday. All right. So all for alleged entertainment purposes only. We're going to do the energy on this album. On kind of why Jack wasn't involved. Was it just the direction? Is there anything that we should know? So Jack's going to be on the left, Taylor's going to be on the right, and the why is going to be in between. So for alleged entertainment purposes only, Jack's on the left. Okay, not wanting to be seen. Taylor's on the right, slowing down, and why? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the Star card is in the reversal, which is like not wanting to be seen. The Eight of Wands, so that's Jack's energy, like he doesn't want to be seen, meaning like this body of work. Taylor's is showing up as the Eight of Wands, which is about slowing down. You're kind of slowing down, exercising patience. And the why, I pulled the Ace of Cups. I'm going to pull a clarifier on the Ace of Cups. Okay. All right, so the Ace of Cups is about a loving bond. So I definitely don't think that there's any bad blood between these two. That's kind of about like new love, new relationships, when you're talking about romance, but that's about just like a new opportunity. When you're talking about the Ace of Cups with career and money, that's about kind of like emotional fulfillment. So I wouldn't say that they'll never work together again. I mean, the energy in between them, you know, I pulled the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, which is about hard work and productivity. But with that Ten of Swords, it's about hanging on to the past. So I don't think that there's anything malicious going on here. Honestly, just feels like a creative decision. If that Ace of Cups is in the reversal, I would say maybe. But I mean, the Ace of Cups is about finding something new, a renewed, I think she just didn't think he'd fit the vibe of this album. But I'm going to be honest with you. With him showing up as the Star card in the reversal, that's his energy. That's about like him not wanting to be seen. So, and then the Eight of Wands is her kind of like slowing down, exercising patience. So I do think that she took a minute to decide this, like she thought about it. If I'm going to be honest, I'm going to re-pull in a little bit and shuffle. But that's about like a delay and like a hang up, putting like a damper on enthusiasm. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think, if I'm being honest, I think it might have been Jack who didn't want to do it in the beginning, and then I think that kind of just pushed her in the direction of kind of having to reevaluate, okay, what it is that I want, because that's about hanging on to the past, that's about hard work and productivity, like this has been the two of them, and this is about new love and relationships. I mean, he's showing up with a Star. He doesn't want to be seen. His work doesn't want to be seen. She's the Eight of Wands, which is like having to slow down, put it like something, like I'm picturing somebody's parade getting rained on. So let's reshuffle. and kind of just see, because I do think it's a little bit of both. I think it's Jack, for whatever reason, not wanting to be on this body of work. I don't know if it's this particular body of work, but I think it was him first that kind of said, I don't want in on this project. Like, I think it was his idea first, because he's showing up to the star card, which is like not wanting to be seen. You could read that as like he's disconnected from himself, and maybe he didn't feel like he could put his best foot forward with this project. But if she's showing up as the Eight of Wands in verse, that's about something like, that's a lot, like somebody's putting a rein on your parade, right? But I don't see any bad blood between them. Okay, all right, does Jack not want to be, why did Jack himself not want to be in on this project? Why did Jack not want to be on this project? Okay. I think I've seen this film before. Okay, so that's interesting. While I don't think there's any bad blood in the way of like, I hate you, from Jack's perspective, the Ace of Pentacles is a golden opportunity. It's in the reversal. I doubt, I mean, this is going to make a lot of money, you guys. The streets are talking. But the Ace of Pentacles is, like I said, is about a golden opportunity, and it's in the reversal. And that's about trying too hard to make something work. And then you have the Eight of Swords right next to it, which is about feeling like trapped and restricted. And then you have the Five of Pentacles, which is about like feeling depleted financially. I don't think there's bad blood, but I also think that from his perspective, I wonder if he feels like he couldn't put his best foot forward, and he kind of encouraged her when they were having conversations of her being like, this is the vibe that I want, and him being like, I don't know if I can provide you the best skill set or the best collaboration, so why don't you do this instead? Eight of Wands, yeah. Slowing down, stepping back. Okay, why the Moon card? That's so interesting. The Moon and the Sun card are right by each other. Because, I mean, the Moon card, it could be about lies, deceit, deception, but honestly, it's giving like emotion based. I wonder, I mean, because with, like I said, the Moon card, people do see that as deception, but that's not what I'm getting here. I mean, you could say that maybe he's trying to hide something, but that's not what I'm getting. That's about dreams and illusions. I don't know what Jack Antonoff's sign is, but I wonder if he's kind of going through something. Basically, like, this is like the truth coming to light, and then it's right next to the Sun as well in the upright. So that to me is like clarity, optimism. I wonder if he just felt like, hold on, let me pull some more cards. That's so interesting. I feel like this is him and this is her. I just don't think he wanted to be seen. I don't think he thought he was going to be able to put his best foot forward on this project. The Lover's card, yeah. That's her. Stagnation. I think, and this is so interesting because, I mean, I don't know their relationship very well. I don't know much about him. But with the Lover's card, that's about like balance and harmony. The Queen of Wands, that's Taylor. That's somebody who's like creative. And then the Four of Cups is stagnation. So I really think he thought he wouldn't be able to give his best foot forward on this project for the particular vibe that she was going for, if I'm being honest. Now, how much of that was like him being like altruistic? I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was Taylor being like, I don't want you to produce on this project. Like, I don't think there's any bad blood, if I'm being honest. Could be wrong. But I just honestly think they both kind of came to the conclusion that this project, this vision, this time was was not going to be best suited for Jack Antonoff's particular style. So, yeah, I don't see anything malicious. But let's go ahead and pull for Taylor's energy, and then we'll end it. I'm sure if you guys, listen, I'm a Swiftie, but some of y'all go hard in the details, so y'all can let me know down below if I'm missing anything. All right, so what's Taylor's energy on not having him on this project? Okay. Okay. Again, do I think it was his idea? I think they mutually kind of agreed this isn't the path that we're going towards. I mean, the Knight of Swords in the reversal is about kind of running out of steam, right? This could have something to do with the fact that she's done so many albums. I know this is his job. Wonder if he's an air sign. I don't know Jack Antonoff's sign. We've already pulled the Five of Pentacles. That's about, again, like feeling like depleted. And then the Four of Pentacles is, you know, a certain greediness. I would say the only thing I could see them disagreeing on would be about how much content that she's put out. But then again, that's his job. So I don't think it's like a personal thing. Maybe he just couldn't keep up. The World card. Yeah, cycle's completing. Burnt out. Yeah, indecision. Is his wife pregnant or something? Or are they trying to have a family? I know he's married to Margaret, Qualley. This also could be him just not being in a... I don't get malicious. I don't. I think these two people came to... I mean, there's a little bit of greediness with that Four of Pentacles. It also could be just like her being like, I'm moving forward with this. And either way, the World card is about, you know, a cycle coming to an end. The Ten of Wands, that can be their connection together, at least for this album. The Ten of Wands in the reversal, which is like a burden. The Two of Swords is in the reversal, which is about kind of like self-protection, manipulation. I mean, this is from Taylor's perspective, so I think there's a little bit of greediness there. And I don't think she's burnt out from him. She could be burnt out from hearing like, oh my God, Jack Antonoff, Jack Antonoff, Jack Antonoff. I think there's just like a little bit of self-protection there with that Two of Swords in the reversal. But I mean, I think they both just kind of agreed that walking away, not anxiety. His intentions might have been more altruistic than hers. I get it. She's the one whose name's on it at the end of the day, but I do think that the kind of critique of Jack Antonoff had got to her a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. The Eight of Cups is about kind of walking away. Nine of Swords is about like anxiety, freaking out. And then the Queen of Pentacles in the reversal is like something you can no longer depend on. That's also about materialism. So I just honestly think she thought, I don't want to get this wrong, and I need to shake it up. And like I said, I think Jack, like especially with the first card being to pull the Star card in the reversal, I think he was like, you got it, bestie. So I mean, we all know that Taylor Swift loves her money. You know, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. So yeah, that's what I kind of see. No bad blood. I just think I think they both realized that this needed a different artistic vision, and Jack was not that. So if you guys have any ideas, Taylor news is blowing up. So if you guys have any suggestions, I will do Joe. I promise. Just let the news marinate for a minute. So you know that man likes to feel his feelings first before he comes to conclusion. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all at the next one.